Hello, dear students. How are you? I miss you so much. Welcome to my classroom today. In our lesson, we are going to learn Chapter 9, Lesson 4, Introduction to Three-Dimensional Figures. Let's start by the warm-up questions. Identify each two-dimensional figure described. Number 1, 6 sides. Number 2, 4 sides with parallel opposite sides. 3, 4 right angles and 4 congruent sides. Did you write answers? Okay. Let's see how many right answers did you get out of 3. Number 1 is hexagon. 2, parallelogram. 3, it's a square. So tell me, how much did you get out of 3? Okay. Let's move on to know our objective for today. Today, we have to learn how to identify three-dimensional figures. Our vocabulary: base, edge, vertex, base, sphere, prism, pyramid, cylinder, cone, and polyhedron. In previous years, on grade 3 till grade 6, we learned that three-dimensional figures have 3 dimensions: length, width, and height. A flat surface of a three-dimensional figure is a face. An edge is where two faces meet. A vertex of a three-dimensional figure is a point where 3 or more edges meet. The face that is used to name a three-dimensional figure is base. Okay? Okay. Let's move on to know what is the polyhedron. A polyhedron is a three-dimensional figure whose faces are all polygons. It means we have 2 types of 3D shapes. Some of them can be polyhedron and others cannot be polyhedrons. It depends on what? It depends on the faces. If all faces are polygons, like prisms and pyramids, we can say these figures are polyhedrons. If not all faces are polygons, same like in cylinders, cones, and spheres, we can say that they are not polyhedrons. Okay? Okay. Let's see example 1. Identify the bases and faces of the figure. Classify each figure as a polyhedron or not polyhedron, then name the figure. Let's answer question by question. Identify the base and faces of this figure. Here we have one base and it's a pentagon. The faces, we have 5 triangular faces, right? Right. So, second question, classify each figure as a polyhedron or not. Here, all faces are polygons, right? So, it's a polyhedron. Now, last question, name the figure. This figure named a pentagonal pyramid. Here, look at this, pentagonal pyramid. Why? Pentagonal because the base is in shape of pentagon. Pyramid because it has one base. So I can name my figure easily using the base. Okay? Okay. Let's see another example. Here, first I have to identify bases and faces. I have 2 bases, both are hexagons, and I have 6 rectangular faces. Each face here in shape of rectangle, so we call it rectangular faces, and they are 6. If you count them, you will find them 6. Okay? Okay. All faces here are polygons, so this figure also I can call it polyhedron. How I can name this figure? I told you, it depends on the base. Here, the base in shape of hexagon, right? And how many bases I have here? 2, so it's a prism. If I have one base like the previous example, it will be pyramid. If I have 2 bases, it will be prism. So this one we call it hexagonal prism. Is it easy? Okay, let's see another example. Here, Identify the bases and faces of the figure. I have here two circles, so we call it they are two circular bases. Okay, here all faces are polygons. No, because the circle is not a polygon, so the faces are not all polygons. It means this figure is not polyhedron. Okay, and the name of this figure is a cylinder. Another example. Here also, in that case, I have one base as a circle, right? So the faces are not all polygons. It means this figure is not a polyhedron. Okay, and the name is cone. So to decide if I have a polyhedron or not, I have to look at the faces, or I have to look for a circle. If I have any circle inside my figure, it means it's not a polyhedron. If I have no circles, that means it's a polyhedron. Let's see one more figure. It's irregular figure. It means this figure contains three-dimensional figures. It's not one only, right? So first question here, classify each figure as a polyhedron or not a polyhedron. Here I can see any circles. That's right, I cannot see any circles, so this figure is a polyhedron. The faces are all polygons, right? Okay, now name this figure. I don't know what it is, so I can cut it out into two three-dimensional figures, and I can say that this figure is made up of a rectangular pyramid and a rectangular prism. Right? Does that make sense? Okay, let's see another one. Here also, first step, to classify this figure, I have to ask myself, can I see here any circle? Yes, I can see circles. So all faces are not polygons. That means this figure is not a polyhedron, right? Right. Now, what is the name of this figure? I have to cut it out into two 3D shapes to find that this figure is made up of a cylinder and a cone. Does that make sense? So here on that lesson, I will ask you only to identify the three-dimensional figures and start to describe it, okay? Then classify this figure, which I will give to you in the questions, into polyhedrons or not polyhedrons, okay? Do you understand now how to classify the three-dimensional figures? Okay, open your assignment now, start do it, and if you have any question, join me at Zoom meeting to clarify or re-explain anything, okay? See you soon, bye.